What's up YouTube, Brownie here, coming to you with another video, and today we're going to try to answer probably the most popular question in Idle Heroes. At least it is on my Discord, my DMs, my comment section. I get this question a ton, and it's who should I build next, or what's the build order for a Mockman account? And the question has so many different answers because it depends on the account that you're playing, and you know how much you invest in it and all that kind of stuff. So it's a challenge. But what I'm going to do with this video is kind of hopefully provide you with somewhat of a guide to who you should build in what order for a Mockman account, based on whether you're, like, free to play or a whale. And yeah, it's just meant to be kind of like a rough guide because, well, by the time if you start a Mockman account now, by the time you have 6 Transcendence Heroes or something, there's going to be so many new Transcendence Heroes that it could completely change the build order. So this is only going to be up to date for a little while, and then something's probably going to change because we got a new hero or whatever. So keep that in mind if you're watching this video in the future or whatever. This is mainly to hopefully give you guys tools to answer this question on your own and kind of have some confidence in your answer, so you can just, build the things that you think you should build. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention, because this has changed a lot in the game, so in the decisions that you're gonna make, because it's Treasure Train. So these fixed stats that Treasure Train offers, if you're able to invest in this, it can free up your build order by drastic measures. You can do so much more with your build order if you have a strong Treasure Train and you're investing in it. So if it definitely frees up your decisions. So let's go into formations, and we'll go here to broken spaces because I have this set up ready to go. So what we're gonna do is, so you guys have like a visual reference. I'm just gonna put each hero in the slot that they would be for the build order. So slot 2 is going to be the second hero you build, and etc. So yeah, first obviously is Mockman. There was that whole thing where you could build a support hero that helps Eloise, but I say just build Mockman, have fun, get to know him as a hero, see how he performs, watch his skills, understand him. That kind of thing. And then when you're ready, or when you get the resources, HHA should be second. This is pretty much sort of set in stone. It's just the best choice because this hero for Mockman is a dual performer, if that's what you want to call it. But basically he's going to be on your team, and he's going to provide you a ton of support with his shields and the damage reduction stuff and all the things he does. His skill set is extremely good, and he's almost on every team that people run. So that alone makes him a solid second choice. But what really clinches it is that he's a tenant for Mockman also. So not only are you able to put in all your resources, but you don't have to feel bad about making HHA really strong because he's also a tenant, and that's just making your Mockman that much more stronger on top of all the support he offers. So your second choice should pretty much always be HHA if you're building a Mockman account. Now for slot 3. Slot 3 can be very different for a lot of people, and it depends on how much you're investing in your account, how much you're investing in Treasure Train. If you have a really strong train, then it's probably safe to say you have core chests and sublimation chests and things like that. So wasting 2 core chests probably isn't a big deal to you, and you're not actually wasting them because If you're a whale, your third choice should probably be Betty, even a mid spender, because your treasure train is gonna provide you more damage than getting Mockman's second Transcendence Tenant in slot 3, or as your third Transcendence. So I would definitely go with a utility hero over getting Mockman's last Tenant. And mainly because Arania as a hero, she takes a lot of investment to be strong, and she's not going to do a whole lot early on. And a third Transcendence hero, you really want to be somebody that's helping Mockman do more damage, survive longer, or both. So Betty's going to do that with her core. You only really need a 1-star core. My Betty doesn't have any sublimations. She has a 1-star core, and she CCs the whole team, the whole enemy team, a lot. Plus, you're going to get a lot of CC offset and stuff like that from your treasure train, and it just all feeds into each other. So you could definitely go with Betty as a third Transcendence. If you're free to play, you don't have a strong train, I would suggest maybe going with Queen, because you, as a free to play, probably don't have many cores, and the cores you do have, you want to use on Mockman. Also, a quick warning: I would not open any core chests until you have 8, because those core chests or cores are the gatekeeper now to Destiny upgrades. And if you ever decide to change your mind or something, and you've already opened like 4 chests for your Mockman, and then you're like, oh, I want to switch, but I got this core, and now I'm stuck. So don't open your cores until you have enough for a noble core, and you're definite that you want this hero to be your damage dealer. So just be patient. A 1-star core on your damage dealer is not going to be a big upgrade. So just save the core chests, and you're going to be happy that you did. So yeah, as a free to play, I'd probably go Queen, because she's providing you all damage dealt. She's lowering the incoming damage. She's also increasing the crit damage that the enemies take. So yeah, she's just a super good all-around support hero that Mockman really benefits from. Like, you can notice a Queen active, like a Mockman active that has the buffs from Queen versus one that doesn't. It's night and day between the two. So yeah, Queen is a very solid third choice. Now we're gonna keep Betty up here, but remember that Queen could be in third too. So as a fourth Transcendence hero, as like a mid-spender to whale, I would say probably you're going to want to go Queen. You're going to want to bring Queen onto the team pretty much as early as possible, and mainly for the reasons that I just stated. Yeah, it's kind of, she's just a solid choice as a fourth Transcendence hero. And if you're free to play, you could kind of just switch these two. It's been a while, and I don't know how often free-to-play players can get core chests, but I would say maybe by the time you have a fourth Transcendence hero, you might have the extra core chests to justify building a Betty. If not, then maybe make Betty your fifth Transcendence hero, but I would save building Betty for when you have those extra core chests as a free-to-play. So yeah, this is the order we have so far. Now, mainly, you would think that you'd want to build the second Transcendence tenants, like, probably next or whatever. But again, the train can easily outperform what the tenant would provide, because the tenant, it might provide an extra million attack, probably more like an extra 500 to 700k attack over what like an Ankirimaru might provide. So it's just not a huge increase. And since Arania needs a ton of investment to be strong, I just wouldn't recommend building her yet. I'd build DGN as my fifth. She is She is. It's like she's basically like Mockman's simp, in my opinion. Well, she's for any damage dealer on your team. If your highest attack hero, she is just supporting the heck out of them. And for me, it's obviously Mockman. So DGN, she provides so much. She provides you a full shield every time she does a basic. She is giving you a ton of crit damage and holy damage and attack, and a bunch of other stats. Oh, and she's also providing you with those targeted HP heals. So if you go below 50% HP, you get a heal plus a shield. If you go below 30% HP, you get a heal plus a shield. And it only happens one time that you go down below those percentage marks, but that's a huge, huge bonus to Mockman, because you want to run him as offensive as possible, and DGN really allows you to go very offensive with him. So yeah, that's why I would probably go fifth for her. And then as my sixth Transcendence hero, I think I'd go Elena. I would just finish out my team and make Arania my seventh Transcendence hero as his last tenant, because Elena is going to provide you so much more than what Arania would. Even her as a tenant, Elena's still going to provide more. She's going to, free you from CC. She's going to give you a ton of control immunity so you don't even get CC'd. She's also going to provide you a ton of dodge, a ton of healing. The list goes on. So yeah, I think that's the build order I would go for 7 Transcendence heroes, or up to 7 Transcendence heroes. Once you're going further than that, it's kind of preference or what you need for certain situations, and or getting tenants for other heroes that could be a householder, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's going to be this video for Mockman build order. I hope this helped you guys in any way possible. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.